What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Mike. It is 95 degrees out and it's only like noon, and I'm a full-time media seller. So I go around to thrift stores, I do bulk buys, and basically I scan the media, see what I can sell on Amazon, see what I can sell on eBay, and I make a full-time income doing this. So today's video, it is Monday, so another one of my kind of opinionated slash vlog videos, and we're going to talk about basically how there is no single way that you can be successful on Amazon, but there is plenty of ways how you can fail. So let's get right on into it. All right, so this is it's kind of like an insightful topic in my opinion. Yesterday we had our weekly YouTube member Zoom call. We do those every week on Sundays, usually 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. If you decide you want to join the channel, link's always in the description. But we go over a topic each week, and we kind of got into looking at different, basically where we're at in our business and how it's different for everybody, and how success, basically the definition of success is different for everybody. So, you know, you have the biggest one is the difference between somebody that's doing it full-time and part-time. Now, in my opinion, doing it part-time when you're working or you have something else going on is harder than doing it full-time. So probably say, well, why is it harder? You're not putting as much time. Well, you have to be able to flip the switch on and then flip the switch off. So it's like, it's not always going. Full-time, you're basically eating, sleeping, breathing, selling media on Amazon and eBay. But with part-time, you kind of got to work it in your schedule. You got to see, can I get out this day? There's kind of really no formality in how you do things. You just have to kind of do them when you can. So being part-time, shout out to all you part-timers. It's harder than being full-time, I promise you that, as crazy as it sounds. So we were just looking at each other's businesses and kind of seeing, you know, like what's success mean for you. So for me, you know, it's make a full-time income. And for part-timers, you know, everybody has a different reason. You know, some people just want to pay off extra bills. Some people want to, you know, just have extra toy money so they can buy stuff that they've been wanting to buy. Some people like donating to the University of Michigan, like Tommy Boy, you know, the guy eats, sleeps, breathes. If it's not maize and yellow, like he don't want nothing to do with it. His cereal, everything he eats is the color University of Michigan. But it's different for everybody, basically. So I don't want people to get caught up comparing your business to somebody else, or even copying what other businesses are doing. Every single one of us here all does something different within the business. There's not two of us that are completely alike, I guarantee you that. Whether it comes to how you source, your techniques, how you pack, how you ship, how you price, there is none of us that are the same. None of us at all. I mean, it's impossible for two of us to be completely alike. So when you see somebody that's doing something, you know, you see how I scan books, you see kind of how my methodology is, that doesn't mean that is the best route for you. There is a million ways you can do this and be successful. So don't get caught up trying to copy what somebody else is doing. Even if they're successful, sure, you can take bits and pieces, but trying to carbon copy something probably isn't going to work best for you, because that's probably not what's going to work best for you. We all have lots of different circumstances, you know, life circumstances, work circumstances. You can't really say, hey, well, this works best for him, so it's going to work best for me. That's not the case at all. Even if you're part-time, you know, you really don't have that much time to put out there. So maybe a listing software is going to be better for you if you're part-time. Yeah, you're not making as much, but just being able to list and pack shipments quicker is what you need to take your part-time business to the next level, because you're going to be getting those hours back. Versus somebody that's full-time, we have all day, we can list all day. But I just signed up for a listing software, so I've already seen the difference in the time it saves me. But that doesn't mean it's right for everybody. So it's not like, hey, I have a listing software now, so I'm going to make a video tomorrow saying everybody needs to use Inventory Labs because it saves me, you know, 10 hours. Well, if you're only sending in a box, 2 boxes a week, it doesn't matter. Just keep listening through your phone and save that $50 a month, somewhere around there. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I'm still in the free trial. But save that and reinvest it in your business. Most people doing it part-time want to be able to have a little bit of extra income. You don't want to be part-time and have every gadget and whistle out there. That's not going to work. And in some cases, yes, part-time, maybe a listing software works best for you because you don't have all night to sit there and list books. So I just want people to get in the mindset of thinking your business right now, where you're at, it's successful. You just have to keep building it. And just because your success looks different than my success, there's nothing wrong with that. So don't think, hey, well, I'm only selling 1 book a day or, 10 books a week. You have to realize what you're putting in, you're getting out. You're putting in the time part-time, you're getting that back out part-time. You can't expect to get full-time income when you're doing something part-time. It doesn't work like that. But don't think just because you're not getting full-time numbers because you're doing it part-time means it's a failure. It's the complete opposite. You're doing less and you're probably making more on your time than we are as full-timers. So a lot of you part-timers, I think you sell yourself short because you feel like you're not fully committed to something. You're just like, there's a mosquito in here. I think I got it. You don't feel like you're fully committed to it, but that's perfectly fine. You just build that up on the side, have your fun money. You want to save up and buy yourself a yacht, a Lamborghini, something like that. That's perfectly fine. You don't have to copy anybody's way of doing something. It's different for everybody. So that covers basically being successful in different ways and no two businesses being alike. Now let's get into the sure ways you're going to fail, because there's no clear-cut way where you can just copy and paste something and be successful with Amazon, because life situations basically and what your expectations are. But when it comes to failing, there's plenty of ways you can guarantee yourself you're going to fail. Being lazy. So we can't just throw a term out there and not translate it to your business failing. So being lazy, you go out and source and you let the book sit there for 4 weeks before you send them in. First off, the prices are most likely going to go down in that time period. So that's why I always want to make sure you're getting your books out within 2 weeks. So that gives the part-timers, if you should be sending out at least your inventory every 2 weeks. So being lazy with stuff like that, it's going to cost you money, and you're most likely going to fail because you're not as invested, because you're not seeing it all the time. It's fine to be part-time, but you still have to, if it's something you want to commit to part-time, it can't be a 2-hour thing. It's got to be a 5-hour thing, like just so you kind of know what's going on within your business and you understand how things work. So that's one way you can guarantee yourself failure, is just being lazy. The second one is overspending, whether you're part-time or full-time. It's crazy. Sure, we can make this money as full-timers and it seems all fine and dandy, but if I'm stupid with my money, and this year has been basically my goal is to get my inventory costs down as low as I can. So being stupid with your money, whether it comes to buying things for your business that you don't need, spending too much on inventory. That's why I always say you have to be willing to get out there. You have to be willing to find inventory for as cheap as you can when it comes to media in general, whether it's books, CDs, DVDs. You don't want to be just paying these Goodwill, these thrift store prices, because it's just eating into your profits, and that extra $1, $2 a book is going to add up when you have thousands of items in inventory, or even 1,000 items if you're part-time in inventory. You're looking at an extra $1,000, $2,000 just spent on inventory that maybe you could have avoided if you had a Craigslist ad out there. And think about it, if you're part-time and you get one Craigslist hit, my whole back seat's full yesterday. I got 2 hits on Craigslist for CDs, 3,500 CDs. We paid $400 for them. If you're part-time, a full car of CDs or a full car of books, that's basically going to keep you busy for the month. So think about it like that. If you could just have this one source hit you once a month part-time, and you don't have to do no sourcing for the rest of the month, gas, time, and your cost. I think I paid like 12 cents a CD. It's funny, I'm outside 2nd and Charles. Deb's home right now scanning them, so I carried the boxes up because it's so hot today. We usually do it outside, but 95 degrees, I'll carry them up the steps and we can sort them in there. But it's just different for everybody. But they're, like I said, don't be lazy and don't overspend. Overspending is like the biggest thing I see. There's so many bells and whistles out there. The equipment, the supplies, the inventory, the courses. I mean, those 4 alone could eat you up if you let it. I mean, the way I look at it, so I'm getting more and more into bulk. I'm still going to go to thrift stores for sure, no matter what, because there's always going to be profitable media there. But With bulk, it's like you have to basically, you have all this inventory coming in. And I was talking to Deb and I said, well, what if you only had, you know, a $2.99 Goodwill stores in your area? You're spending basically, if I'm paying 15 cents a pound, even though they're not all going to be greens, you're still cherry picking, but I can take a lot more books that, you know, are $4 profit, $3.50 profit, because I'm only paying, you know, between 10 and 20 cents a pound depending on the weight per book. So I just want you guys not to get caught up on trying to copy anybody's business. You could try to copy mine. It's probably not going to work for you. It's different for everybody. Every single person in the Zoom call has a different business, one way or another, whether you're full-time or part-time. Some crush estate sales, some love garage sales. Me, I can avoid both, so it's different for everybody. I'm loving doing bulk right now. I love going to mom and pop thrift shops looking for the super cheap stuff. So don't get caught up on trying to copy anybody's business. Your success is your success, and if you're watching this, I guarantee you are successful right now. Is it at the scale you want to be yet? Maybe not, but you've already started and you took the steps to start building your inventory, understanding how Amazon works. And that's the best thing with media. We can make mistakes, and it's cheap mistakes. Your box gets lost. Yeah, that happened to somebody. Sorry, Joanne. It happens, but it's a cheap mistake. She got her money back on the items, thankfully. But imagine if that would have been, you know, a box of $1,000 stuff. So she understands now how the process works if something gets lost. She understands that Amazon's going to want an invoice for your items and all the hoops she has to jump through. So down the road, if she's out there, you know, doing retail arbitrage or online arbitrage and her box goes missing, she can say, hey, here's my receipt. I know exactly how this process works. That's a huge benefit to dealing with media on Amazon starting out. We can make cheap mistakes. And if you go on to other things, you know, greener pastures, or whether you stay within media, you learn these things as you go, and it don't cost you that much. So it's gonna do it for the video today. And I know it sounds crazy, and and they all were kind of ticked off at me, but Amazon has never lost a single one of my items. I'm not jinxing in here because they just know. They know to take care of me because I've been around so long, even though everybody has reps now and I don't. But they haven't lost a single one of my things. And when Joanne was talking about it on the call, everybody's like, yeah, they lost some of my stuff. Not for me. So that's gonna do it for the video. You're being successful. Don't compare yourself to others. Your business is different than everybody else's. I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more used book videos. Bye bye.